We are about to embark on a 24-hour journey aboard the Capital Limited Amtrak Sleeper train. The train will travel overnight through 5 states from Chicago to Washington, D.C. Our route will take us past the snow-covered landscapes of the Potomac Valley and the Allegheny Mountains. This renowned route showcases a breathtaking mix of natural wonders, impressive geological formations, and significant landmarks of American history. Passengers with private room tickets enjoy access to the Amtrak Lounge. Since we booked a roomette, we made full use of the lounge's amenities, which proved especially helpful as our departure was delayed. Chicago's Union Station Lounge is much larger than the Amtrak Lounge in New York. However, we prefer the snack selection in New York over what was available in the Chicago Lounge. After an incredibly long wait, we finally boarded the Capital Limited, bound for Washington, D.C. This is only the second time John and I have taken a sleeper train. The first was aboard the Lakeshore Limited from New York to Chicago. We loved that experience and are excited to take in the sights along this route once the sun rises. Within minutes, the train departed from Chicago, a city we had first set eyes on only 10 hours earlier. We admired its striking and sometimes unusual architecture and even enjoyed an authentic Chicago-style deep dish pizza at Uno Pizzeria, its birthplace. Now, sitting on the train, that meal felt like a distant memory as hunger set in again. Our train left Chicago 4 hours behind schedule, and we were concerned about whether we would still be able to have dinner. The decision to keep the dining car open was at the conductor's discretion, but thankfully it remained open. I opted for the only vegetarian option, a kofta kebab, while John chose the beef burgundy. As we ate, the train steadily moved away from Chicago, heading toward our first stop, South Bend, Indiana. The Capital Limited makes 14 stops across 5 states: Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and West Virginia, before reaching its final destination in Washington, D.C. Exhausted from the long day, we decided to turn in for the night. Our roomette was on the train's upper level, and Cliff, our car attendant, had already prepared the beds. I took the lower bunk, while John took the top, as he didn't mind not having a window. After saying goodnight, it only took a few minutes for us to fall asleep. By the time we woke up, we were already 3 states away in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Good morning from Pennsylvania. I slept great. Ari did not sleep that good last night because this train, the Superliner, it's quite tall and we are on the 2nd floor and it's a little bit unstable, so he felt like he needed to make an effort to not fall on the floor. But I slept great. That's usually the case. Right now we are still a little bit tired because last night we have to leave the station so late because the train was 4 hours late. But I'm kind of hungry. I need my coffee, so we're going to change and go to have breakfast.
When we arrived at the dining car, we initially waited for someone to take our order as they had done on the Lakeshore Limited. However, we quickly realized that we needed to place our orders at the counter on this train instead. Breakfast really hit the spot. I ordered everything available on the continental breakfast menu, while John went for the 3-egg omelette. The morning scenery was spectacular, with snow-covered fields, frozen lakes, and rivers passing by. Sitting in the dining car, enjoying a meal while gazing out at the beautiful landscape was one of the most relaxing experiences we've ever had. After breakfast, we were eager to check out the sightseer car, which we had been looking forward to ever since watching videos showcasing its panoramic windows, perfect for sightseeing. Unfortunately, the conductor informed us that that car had been removed from this trip. Needless to say, we were quite disappointed. Now let me give you a tour of our room on board the train. We booked a roomette number 4. We are on the top floor, on the second floor, so basically we have a better view of the outside. I believe the windows are a bit bigger also than yesterday's room. The room is basically a bit smaller, so we have less room for our luggage and our coats, everything, less room to walk around. And the way the top bed is laid out, you see it's reclined upwards. On yesterday's train, the bed came down, so it went up and it gave you more headroom. Here, you basically have to be bent over, and only on this part you can be standing up straight. The seats are very comfortable. I think these 2 seats are a bit bigger than yesterday's cabin, and these 2 seats recline and become the bottom bed, and this is the top bed. The top bed does not have a window. You can't see much at night, but it's nice to see. You don't feel claustrophobic without a window on the top. The temperature, you set it here on this knob, basically only cool, normal or warm. We have a little closet. It's thin, nothing much fits in there, but we have our coats there, and at least that's out of the way. Here you have the bathroom. On each car there's a bathroom. Here we have a bathroom upstairs and 3 bathrooms downstairs, plus a shower and a dresser. In a way, we felt lucky that the train had been delayed by 4 hours the night before, because many of the scenic views we were now enjoying would have otherwise passed by in the dark. Even though we don't mind being late in Washington, D.C. because we don't have a specific time to be there, no one is waiting for us, we don't want it to be any more delays because we are only there for 1 night. It's Johnson's birthday and we want to experience Washington, D.C. at least a little bit. John headed to the shower room for a hot shower. The previous morning, I had tried showering on a moving train and it wasn't the most comfortable experience, so I decided to skip it this time and take a nap instead. We were initially scheduled to arrive in Washington, D.C. by 1 p.m., but because of the delay, Amtrak offered us lunch, something we hadn't expected to have on board. It was a thoughtful gesture, as we were now in Maryland, about an hour from our final stop. While I appreciated the offer, I wasn't looking forward to having the same I ate for dinner. Fortunately, they gave me a surprisingly good vegan burger that wasn't listed on the menu. After lunch, the Capital Limited finally pulled into Washington, D.C. We had reached our destination. Now, join us on this video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy.